Alright guys, I'm back. It's been kind of a crazy morning so far, to say the least. I feel like just keep swimming is what is going on right now. Um, yeah, just keep swimming. So tricky. I feel bad for anyone else who's going through these kinds of things because it's pretty frustrating. Yeah. So anyway, last time I made a video, if you watched the last one, which is pretty short, you would see it was about using your gifts and your talents and making the most out of the opportunities you're given. And that's a message I need to hear, and it's a message I haven't really heard from many people in my life, which is pretty crazy because that's just totally the case. Like, we need to make sure we're using our gifts. We need to make sure that we are taking advantage of the opportunities we're given. I've heard that one growing up, but using your gifts thing has never been something that was told to me, really. I struggled in high school because I was like, I don't know what I like, you know? And it was just confusing. But, and this thing happens. It happens through life. The more you focus on, it happens if you're not doing the thing that you like and or love, or are not using the talents you have. And long story short, if you're not enjoying life, really, enjoying certain parts of it at least, this thing happens where you kind of become numb. You start becoming numb to certain things. You start becoming numb to your need to do certain things, and it builds up, and then you start becoming unhappy, and then you're like, what the heck, why am I unhappy? I don't know why I'm unhappy. I don't know why I'm depressed. Why am I so sad? Why is this going on? Why am I struggling so much? And it's like, well, because you're not doing the thing that you're supposed to do. Like, you know, and like I said before, sometimes it's very practical. The things that you have to do are very practical. They're very much like, I need to pay this bill, or I need to brush my teeth, or I need to go get a job, or I need to finish out my resume, or I need to finish out this job application, or I need to do this thing, whatever it is. Sometimes those are our needs, and those are definitely important. But you know what else is important? The fact that we need help. We need help in this life. We need help with our lives. We need help with our day-to-day lives. We need help with our well-being, and we need people in our corner. We need friends that support us and that want to help us and have our best interests in mind and aren't jealous or possessive or controlling or disrespectful, or who don't just consume your time, because sometimes people do that too. They don't respect you enough to let you have your own space and your own time, and that's really hard. Sometimes they're really excited. There's my friend Terry. Oh, she didn't see me, but I saw her. She's so wonderful. Yeah. And so yeah, it's really tricky sometimes because we don't know what we need to do, and we know of all these other things we need to do, and yes, we do need to do them, but there's also more to that, and part of us is suffering. And I think that it kind of does work from a ground up perspective. Like, we do have to work on the things that are most important in our lives. Like, we need, like, if you're struggling to pay your rent or something, then obviously your rent is something you need to work on. But you know what? When you get overwhelmed and you need help and you're struggling, then your spiritual health needs help. You need help in your spiritual life. So you need support and encouragement, and your spiritual life can be suffering when you're so stressed about things, right? And so that's kind of a secret too. Like, if you've been working on your spiritual life and your spiritual life is good, then even when you do have challenges won't be so bad. The spiritual life that I believe in is Latter-day Saint, basically, mentality and belief system. And what that means, and one of the things that we believe in is that we believe that there is help available that can help us. People can help us, God can help us, the church can help us, things like that. But we also need to be sure to help ourselves. So there's definitely a lot of programs set up that encourage us to help ourselves and to help us get into a better place, a better situation. And so it's not about just going around asking for help and getting it, and then going around when you need help again and asking for help and getting it. It's more so like do these things to put yourself in a better position, put yourself in better shape, so that when you need help, it's okay to ask for it. Because you guys can probably notice this, and this is where a lot of shame comes from. It's like when you need help, but you haven't put in the effort to help yourself, and you're asking other people, that's not really, it's a really, that's not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to help yourself as much as you can, and then ask others for help when you need it, right? And there's nothing wrong with asking for help, but if you're just not willing to help yourself, and your first initial reaction is not to help yourself or work on yourself or work on your situation and do the work yourself, if your first reaction isn't to be responsible but to ask other people to help you, then you're doing it wrong and you're not being responsible. And there's a lot of people who do those kinds of things. A girlfriend was telling me about a person she knows and has had to be around, and this person, whenever they need help with a thing, or whenever, I guess it's not necessarily they need help, it's more so they need to do the thing. Whenever they need to do the thing, instead of doing the thing, or things, whatever they are, they instead get other people to do those things for them. They delegate to these other people. And it's like, in certain situations, delegation is great. Delegation is great in the right situation. But when you're just like gonna put all your things, all your responsibilities on other people, that's just the wrong way to do it. So we have to be strong, we have to be resilient, we have to be self-reliant if we want to succeed. We have to be able to work on ourselves, fix our situation. And you know what? We're gonna get to that point where we don't know how to, or we're struggling, we need help, and that's okay. You can need help, you can struggle, that's totally okay. There's no rule that says you're not allowed to fail. I mean, of course, failure is not the result we strive for, but it's a natural result in life. It happens in life. It happens. We fail sometimes. Things don't work out sometimes, and that's just, I think everybody knows that, and so it's just one of those things you just have to kind of get through. But my point ultimately is we need to work on ourselves, we need to be responsible, we need to take care of ourselves, and after that, once you're doing those things, those things kind of blossom more, and you realize there's more to it, and there is more to it. There's more to it. So it might be like, well, I need to have food for myself so I can not be hungry. I need to have a roof over my head. I need to have a job. I need to have a car. I need to have insurance. I need to pay my bills, the car payment, whatever. All these things. My electric bill, things like that. And it's like, okay, well, great. If you're doing that, great. You're doing that. You got that covered. Great. Great, 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 great. Great job. Great job. But you start to realize, man, maybe I don't really feel that fulfilled, or I'm not really feeling that happy. You know, I need to do something that's going to make me happy. What do you like to do? Do you like to read? Do you like to go outside? Do you like to go fishing? Do you like to skateboard? Do you like to make music? Do you like to play games? Do you like to practice Reiki? Do you like to do yoga? Do you like to meditate? Do you like to do breathing exercises? What do you like to do? Do you like to cook? Like, these are a lot of things that I like to do. But it's like you have to look into the things that you like to do, and you have to make sure that you're actually doing them. And this is a way you take care of your mental health, because if you don't do the things that bring you joy, you're not going to be happy. You're just not. You're just not going to be happy. So you got to do the things that make you happy. You got to do those things. And it's a struggle, because there's survival and there's happiness, right? I feel like happiness comes after survival, maybe. You gotta work on surviving first, right? Before you can be happy. Because if you're not alive, right, that's number one. You gotta be alive. You gotta be. And if you're starving, you're not happy. And I think another thing this is another thing worth mentioning, and this kind of changes everything as well. And that is gratitude. Gratitude changes everything. So there's the things that we need to do, there's the things we know we need to do, there's the things we want to do, there's things we feel like doing, and things we don't feel like doing. But there's the things that we need to do as well. And, we might not feel like doing it, but we need to do them. So, but the thing that changes everything is gratitude, because if you focus on being grateful for all the things you have, even the things you don't like, even the problems, the lots in life, the struggles, if you can find a way to be grateful for the struggles, because you know that the struggles are going to lead to success, the struggles are going to lead to growth, the struggles lead to improvement, the struggles lead to improvement, then you can be grateful for those things. And if you're grateful for something, you get more of it. And some people, obviously you kind of think like, well, why would I be grateful for the bad things? That means I'll get more bad things. It's not like that. It's like the more grateful you are, the happier you are, because gratitude brings happiness, or gratitude is happiness. Being grateful changes everything. It changes your outlook. It changes your mindset. So if you just focus on being grateful, then things are going to change. It's going to change. And that's not to say that all you have to do is be grateful, because you definitely have to work. You definitely have to put in the effort. All of that. You have to do all of the things. All of the things, right? You know what I mean. You got to do what you can. You can't do it all. Nobody can do it all. Everything. So you gotta just do the best that you can, and focus and try. Do your best, and you can do it. You have what you need. And if you don't, then focus on what you have. Work with what you have, and I guarantee you will get what you need. It will happen. It's just a matter of time. I'm behind a dump truck and a school bus, and I feel like they're kind of going slow. I'm at the mercy because I can't pass them right now. I can't pass them. But, so try to be grateful. That's my advice. And use your gifts. Use your gifts. Because nobody else has those gifts the same way you do. We are all very unique and very special. And we have unique talents that we don't recognize. I had to have 3 letters of recommendation for this job. And I asked some people I care about, people who are my family, people who are in my spiritual family, the ones that are close to me. And these people love me, and I love these people. And they wrote really, really nice things to me. They wrote really nice things in my letter of recommendation. And it really just blew me away. It blew me away. I felt so amazing reading these things, and part of me didn't want to believe. Part of me didn't want to believe the things they were saying, because I don't recognize these things in myself a lot. Most of the time I don't think about those things. I'm more focused. I try to be humble, so I try to be focused on what I need to do. And because of that, I don't focus on the things that I do, the qualities I have, or the things I do for people, or things like that. Because I don't want to be focused on myself like that. But you don't realize how valuable you are sometimes. You don't realize how worth it or worthy you are sometimes. Worthy of help, worthy of God's love, worthy of support around you. And so those those letters were a really big wake-up call to me, because they really helped me realize that I am important, I am special, I do matter, I do have talents, I do have abilities, I do have skills. I am good, I am kind, I am hardworking, I am thoughtful, I am I am intuitive, I am sensitive, I am able to recognize how people feel, I'm able to feel people's feelings, and that's a big gift. And if you have these gifts, then it's definitely worth using and activating, working on, because I feel like they are our superpowers. And so this job that I'm getting ready to start is a job that utilizes my skills and abilities and talents. And that's the kind of job I need, because it's going to be so rewarding. And, it's 35, and I'm 35, and it's so crazy that it's taking me this long to kind of get to this point where I'm like, oh wow, I need to do a job where I can use my talents. Because how many years did I not even know I had talents? How many years did I think I didn't have talents? And how many years did I just not really know or couldn't really think about this because I had to focus on so many other things? Things just work out the way that you do. Sorry. And you don't have to worry about the way things go. We just have to do our best and remember that, God loves us, and God does not make junk. He did not make junk. You are not junk. I am not junk. And that's something that I need to remember, you need to remember, and remember that you are not junk. God did not make junk. God does not make junk. He makes extravagant, amazing, beautiful, wonderful, glorious creations. And He made us in His own image, so we are just like Him. And when you think about how amazing God is, let that be a reminder of how amazing you are, or how amazing we are, because it's so important. It's so important to not get down in the dumps on ourselves, to look down on ourselves, to think that we're less than, or think that we are unworthy, or just think that we're broke, or whatever like that, So I leave this with you in the name of Jesus Christ. I gotta get going because I got a DoorDash order, but I will talk to you later.